Oh, hello, greetings. This is Butter Monkey, and I am going to be taking you through my first YouTube video of Advanced Squad Leader, a board game from World War II. Anyway, I'm going to be playing a random scenario I picked out, and it's scenario 23. It's called Under the Noelle Trees. December 1944, Christmas Day. Found the Americans' garrison at Bastogne surrounded. The Germans marked the holiday with an assault on the hitherto quiet northwestern perimeter, with Bastogne as their goal. Spearheaded by Kampfgruppe Moch of the 15th Grenadier Division, the attack pushed off at 0300. They pierced the line of the 327th Glider Infantry and proceeded eastward, while further to the north, Grenadier Regiment 77 of the 26th Volksgrenadier Division broke into camps and engaged Company A, 502nd Parachute Infantry. In response to the battle in camps, Companies B and C of the 502nd were ordered forward to positions east of the village. Kampfgruppe Moch split up at dawn, with the smaller element moving north to bypass camps where it encountered and destroyed 2 U.S. tank destroyers at the cost of 2 tanks. It then knowingly advanced to a collision and then unknowingly, advanced to collision with B and C companies. So this is that collision, this battle. It's fought between 2 elite units from either side. This is part of the Battle of the Bulge, where the Allies thought the Germans were kind of on the ropes, but it turns out they scraped together an elite army to attack, and they surrounded Bastogne and threatened to break through to Antwerp. Now, this is one of those battles where the Germans tried to break through with a core unit of elite SS mounted on tanks. They're kind of caught off guard in the sense that they ran into the stopping force while mounted and moving. The first round, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Special rules of the scenario are it's winter, so everything's white. There's no wheat fields, but it is clear. There's not snowing and it's clear. There's no wind. The American tank destroyers, there's 2 of them. They're Hellcats. They got powerful guns but little armor. They have the benefit in special rules of being hidden initial placement, meaning up here they're kind of hidden because I use hidden initial placement to place them in this tree line at the eastern edge of the board. This is the eastern edge of the board, northern edge over here. So Germans are coming across. Now the Allies set up first, so and they were all concealed. It's question marks. Third rule is basically German infantry have to be riding the tanks when they enter, and they have half their movement points left. And the Germans have winter camouflage, which is okay. I mean, infantry over 8 hexes get +1, and tanks over 16 hexes get +1 if they have. And also the tanks have Schützen, which is good against bazookas and heat ammo. It detonates it, hopefully. So the plan was, they said Germans can set up entering anywhere on this western edge, bottom edge. So I'll zoom in a little bit. So as you can see down below here, I have 7 tanks, or I should say 5 tanks, and 2 Sturmgewehr. I think that's how you say it, the Stug 3s, the self-propelled gun, this one here. And they all, as you can see, have SS troopers on them, 1 each, portage points. Now, my plan was Germans are just going to drive straight up, drop the troops off, and pick a side, outflank the American position. The tanks have to get off the board. Remember, the victory conditions, this is a big part. The German player must exit at least 4 tanks, or armored fighting vehicles, off the east edge, which is top of board 19, this board. So that's it, except the German player may also win by only exiting 3 if he's earned more casualty points than the Americans. So if he kills more Americans altogether and only exits 3 tanks, then that's also victory. So but the key is getting the German armor through this position anyway. So you pick the gaps, get them through. They only got 6 rounds to bypass, neutralize those Hellcats hopefully, and get through. So that's what they do. The Americans, of course, preventing this. They're dug in this cosp of trees here all along the line. There's bazookas in there and stuff, and officers. And I also sneakily put some troops in the back with bazookas. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure they're defensive. We got bore-sighted hexes with those Hellcats if they drive in there. Now, my first version, when I actually played this, the video was no good. So this is just actually a talk through what happened. These guys all moved forward, and they dropped off all their troops, and then the tanks moved to the left. The first round was all movement. There was no action. There's some smoke fired, and that's all I'm going to really say about that. You can just skip, I guess, to round two, and you'll pick up to what I mean. We're here basically just about to dismount the soldiers. Tanks are going to bug out. The Americans are going to move over and consolidate their forces. And that's all I wanted to explain, because the intro video last time, as I said, was corrupt. It was no good, the video. It wasn't high definition, so you couldn't see anything. So that, again, is the situation. And check out the vids. I'm going to sequence them in numbers. Every round's going to have multiple videos, perhaps, because the first go, it's going to take a long time. Please feel free to comment or correct me, please. And I make lots of mistakes and cut some corners, obviously. All right, well, hopefully I see you around, and thumbs up. Adios.